Spoilers, but also not really spoilers because Lion King's been out for years and it's based on Hamlet, which has been out even longer than that, so the only real spoilers are the differences between the live action film and the cartoon one. Hi, I'm Gabriella, welcome. I'm on holiday right now, since the different setting, and there's probably also traffic in the background and cicadas because France. I've literally just come from the pool, but I wanted to do a real quick video on the new Lion King film because I saw it the other day, literally like 2 days after the world premiere, and I've had a friend out here with me. Like, holiday is busy, okay, it's messed up my video routine. I've got an announcement video coming soon as I can edit it, and loads of other cool stuff coming, so like keep tuned for that. Yeah, I finally found a spare moment to sit down and just get my thoughts out about this new film because, whew, I have a few. So, for starters, the animation was just like incredible. I just love them so much. Baby Simba was literally the most adorable thing I've ever seen on the face of this planet. It was so adorable. I could not deal. It was so good. And I really liked how I think they gave a little bit more, like, not backstory, but sort of like explanation to some points. Like, I can't think of any specific examples at the moment, but in the original film, I know there are definitely a few things where when they happened in the live action, they sort of explained it a lot more than I remember them doing it in the original film, and it just, some places made a little bit more sense. And yeah, they did feel like they tried to add a little bit more backstory, Scar and the whole situation beforehand, as well as a few other things. It felt like they sort of tried to give more like background and just make the characters more like, you know, tangible, give them, you know, a bit more substance. However, I did notice, I don't know if it was just me and like being really focused and maybe not having completely lost myself in the film yet at the beginning, I did notice a few times where it seemed like the conversations weren't very natural, it seemed a bit jerky, and it seemed a lot more plot driven as opposed to let's have a natural conversation. I mean, you can do both, but it felt like they were focused on plot to the point of it being at the expense of a natural feeling conversation at points. I think the main point where I noticed that was sort of like Simba's first few scenes, especially speaking to Scar. That just felt very, here's the plot, foreshadowing plot, blah, 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 here's getting things in motion, which I don't think it felt quite as much in the film. Like, the lines are, they've kept a lot of the same text, but they've also added a lot more changed things, and I don't remember it being quite so jerky at the beginning, but that might just have been because I was a lot younger when I watched Lion King originally. So also on the lines of sort of like them adding to it and changing things, bringing things in, one thing that I absolutely loved that they did was the hyenas were led by Shenzi. So normally in both the musical, like the Broadway musical, and the film, there's sort of like three main hyenas, and like that's kind of the main representation of the hyenas, and they're all sort of like equal parts. But in the film, they made Shenzi, the female one, a bigger role, and also the leader of the hyena pack, which I really loved because that's how it works in the wild. Like, hyena packs are led by the females. And so I thought it was really cool and really great that they actually did that in the film, and made her the lead role. I was very disappointed, okay, like, sort of spoiler, Circle of Life, sung by a woman, and I was like, yes, are they doing female Rafiki like in the musical? And then it turns out Rafiki was sung by a man, but Circle of Life was sung by a woman, and I'm just so confused because Circle of Life is like Rafiki's song. And well, actually, no, I'm not convinced in the film it was Rafiki's song, but anyway, in the musical, it's Rafiki's song, and Rafiki is a woman, and I was misled when Circle of Life was sung by a woman, and then Rafiki wasn't voiced by a woman. Anyway, then continuation on, character-wise, Timon and Pumbaa, I just loved them so much. I think I've seen one or two people commenting saying they found them quite annoying or like didn't enjoy them as much, but I absolutely loved them. I thought they were just so funny. Honestly, one of the best bits about the film. I was very upset, okay, again, more like spoilers about like kind of things that they've changed, they cut the line, well, what do you want me to do? Dress in drag and do the hula, which I loved, because obviously that would not have been very realistic, seeing as they're going for the whole realistic look thing for everything. So they didn't have that, which was a shame, but they had, I didn't think the alternative was quite as good, like it got a bit of a laugh. So yeah, the alternative was, because it's Disney, they can take things from their other films, so they just put in like a bit little, the introduction of Be Our Guest instead. It got a laugh, but I just don't think it was quite that same level as the original animated film. Anyway, finally onto the singing. I thought the singing was great, except they could not stop riffing. I don't think Disney knows the difference between pop music and let's just put loads of riffs in a song and then that's pop, because that's not what pop is. You don't just add riffs to a song and it becomes pop. Like young Simba, well, Simba was riffing a lot, mainly young Simba actually, surprisingly. And then, I'm sorry, Beyonce is amazing, but Can You Feel the Love Tonight, she was riffing on literally every single time they said Can You Feel the Love Tonight. It was basically it felt like every single line of that song she was riffing on. And like, riffs are great, they're very fun to sing, they're great on like poignant moments, but I'm sorry, not every single line of Can You Feel the Love Tonight is a poignant moment. Like, just pick 1 or 2 points through the song and riff on that. You don't need to riff on every single line. It was killing me. Like, I think they overkilled, like, especially on Can You Feel the Love Tonight, I think they overkilled it with the riffing, and that was really upsetting, because it's such a great song, and they just riffed it to death. Like, oh my god, my hair as well, I apologise. This is my holiday. I'm like literally in my beach dress. You're just gonna have to deal with it. And then finally, everyone was very excited about Beyonce's new song, Spirit. I was too, sort of, until I was watching it and realised that it replaced the song He Lives in You. I'm sorry, but that was literally the best song in the whole thing and you decided to get rid of it. Oh my god. If you want to give Beyonce a song, get her to do Shadowland from the musical when she's leaving. That's a much more poignant moment. Like, I'm sure Spirit is a great song, I just felt like I couldn't appreciate it because I was going, where's He Lives in You? Where is He Lives in You? Where is it? And it just wasn't there. So, anywho, I very definitely have more thoughts on the film than that, but those are just sort of like my initial first thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts were on the film. Did you enjoy it? Do you agree with anything I've said? If you haven't seen the film yet, are you excited to see it? I'm sorry if I spoiled things for you if you haven't seen it yet, but like I already said, like, how do you spoil Lion King? Have you been enjoying all the Disney live action films that have been coming out recently? I personally have. Let me know in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you soon for all of my videos which I need to edit. I'm sitting on like 3 or 4 right now I need to edit. They're coming, I promise. Till next time, bye!